basically, I mean, the main one is, that we're going to start out with is what do you hope to see, or what do you hope to get out of this site?
In my opinion, I'd love to have the site be something back to what some of the old strength and conditioning sites were, with the forums that were actually meaningful, informative, and actually developed a community of people that actually kind of wanted to meet each other instead of shit talk and make fun of each other and point internet fingers and flex their internet muscles and lift internet weights. I think that's something that's been missing for a while. There used to be two sites that used to be like that, and they've kind of both disappeared, and they've kind of turned themselves into what they were initially against on the outside of everything.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Jesse.
So I'm interested in kind of getting back to the root of things, really.
Phil, I'm really excited, as I've indicated, with the possibilities that this site can present. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for an opportunity where we can exchange and share and educate in an environment that's free of either commercial or political bullshit. What is really evident to me around the world is that, I speak with a little bit of an accent that's different to yours, and you speak with a different accent to mine, and I go to China and none of us understand each other, and I go to any country in the world and we not only have different languages, but we may also have different beliefs. And in my opinion, that's not a problem. I think the problems begin when, for whatever reason, we prejudice others or each other on the basis of our beliefs, whether it be for religious, political, commercial benefit or purposes. So it's rare to find an opportunity where you can express and share and educate, knowing that people are going to accept that you might have a different opinion than they have, and that's not an issue. And also that you're not going to be edited or censored for having a belief that doesn't meet I would say, corrupt value system. Because at the end of the day, if you don't put people first, then you're living in a world that, in my opinion, is not worth living in. And that's a concern I've had, and the direction that's been taken as far as the dissemination of information in our industry. So what I'm looking to do is to contribute to an environment where we share honestly, we share openly, and we do things that are in the best interest of others, not in the best interest of our own hip pocket.
Yeah.
Or, hey, Phil, you're my buddy, so I'm going to mention you 15 times in my article and hope that you do the same back to me. That sort of shit. Or listen, I know where it came from, but I'm not going to pretend I created it because it'd be my interest to do so. So, I'm pretty excited about what we've got here, and maybe it's a reflection of a changing world, and I hope it is, Phil.
Yeah, I agree with Jesse. I'd like this site to establish. There's so much, we see so many fallacies and myths we have to dispel daily as coaches, and I'd like this site to do its best to help out with that. We see so many things that's reported as like the number one way to get strong, to get lean, with the K9DX stuff and shake weights and all the garbage we see. People are just pretty much stealing money from people and not giving anything in return. I'm really hoping that we can change the culture and kind of start a bit of a revolution, dealing in truth and facts.
One thing that people always mention is forums are free. People won't pay for forums. But, they say that on the outside. But if you look at these other sites, and I won't mention them, but, the two biggest ones out there, they're ran by supplement companies. They're not free. They're shilling out products to you. They're shilling out information that does nothing but lead you to purchase a $60 or $80 bottle of junk. Whereas we're being very upfront about, hey, you give $5 and we're going to give you good information.
Yeah, I think
it's okay. I was just going to say, I think that's $5 you're finding a car and change. To possibly get something that's going to help you turn the corner, whether it be putting on more lean body mass, losing fat mass, getting stronger, finding a niche in kind of the strength world, getting ideas to even write programs for your clients and make yourself more money. $5 a month, is well worth that. And, not pushing any products whatsoever. And actually what I thought was really interesting is just getting the best information that we can, whether it's not from necessarily us in particular, but getting what we think the best knowledge is out there, getting that out there, having an intelligent discussion about it, and then just continue to push that forward and get it smarter.
I think it speaks to the integrity that I think we want to present ourselves.
I'm glad you said that, because I hear that too, and I say, listen, it's not free. If you expose yourself to information that has a subliminal message, and as a result of that, you've invested in something that, well, as you said, I don't want to comment too much on the value of it, but you're dead right. Those sites are not for free. Yeah. They are not for free. There is a price you pay. Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, they make their money by selling you crap in some regard, whether it was upfront or not. I'd rather you be upfront. I'd rather we all be upfront. So listen, there's a cost of running. Let's put our money on the table to receive the benefit, and after that, well, I just hope people can get an insight into the difference between the way I've seen you communicate and the way I've seen some of the other communicate that we've been referring to there, because it's as simple as looking at how many times do I link back to their product, and is the product really in my interest? But you know, we're on the same page there, Phil.
Yeah, I mean exactly. That's I'm just we're being upfront. We're saying, hey, here, give us $5, and we're going to give you great uncut information. So we'll see if it works. You know, if it doesn't, I think it's still a good thing. I mean, personally, if we can touch 10 people, then you know we've done something good. And I have to believe that others will hear that and come to it as well. Troy, you got anything to
yeah, I wanted to comment a little bit more on the, you know, how they stuffed these articles and the content of their website with these advertisements for their products and whatnot. And, you know, it goes beyond that too, though. They actually will steer the whole premise of that article, you know, the whole content of that article towards the products that they're trying to push as well. So you're not getting necessarily you know, true, unedited, raw, you know, strength and performance articles. You're actually getting content that is completely biased towards the products they're trying to sell and whatnot. So,
oh, and also the fact that, you know, I've written for Muscle and Fitness and this and that, and you know, a lot of times they'll ask you to dumb your stuff down.
Yeah.
To their audience. Yeah. And I'd rather our audience move up to us.
There's an interesting reality about the marketing direction of the Western world, and it goes like this. In my opinion, and you know, day one, God invented the barbell, or probably day one, God invented the body weight, and day two, the barbell, etc. You know, if your cash flow is requiring on you creating something new every few months to continue generating your cash flow, you're inevitably going to be selling crap, because you know, the world doesn't change that fast. I mean, there's some parts of the world that change fast, but at the end of the day, the barbell's still a barbell, and there's only so many ways you can spin it.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know what, I think that anyone who's had you know, a keen eye into kind of the world of strength and conditioning has kind of seen that, and you know, with the death of just the paper, you know, muscle rags that have been out there and the quote-unquote articles that are, you know, just blatant advertisements, you know, it's starting to bleed itself into some of the internet, some of the forums, and some of the information that's out there as well. And it's going to take, sometimes people know it, sometimes people don't. But, you know, if you kind of look and you just kind of pay attention, and every time a question is asked about how to get lean, how to get stronger, how to get et cetera, there's one product that answers all of those instead of an actual information coming from it, then you know, I think it should be obvious to people. So I think it is. You know, I think it's going to be much more honest and kind of upfront about what we are doing. We're just trying to get an intelligent conversation and an intelligent discussion on what's going on out there, opposed to having one way or the other. And I think we all have our biases towards some things and some products, some brands, etc. But none of us have really an allegiance, and I think that's kind of refreshing in this in this kind of environment.
You know, a lot of the general public, and maybe even the folks that are going to come to us for you know, answers and whatnot, they think a lot of what's being printed on the label of these things is scientific fact, and it's not, and it's not really regulated. So that's the problem with some of the products that are getting pimped and pushed. Is the gullible reader who just they think, oh, this is how it is, and they come away with being terribly disappointed, and they're just buying more product, buying more junk. And I think the fact that we're not doing that, again, will speak to our credibility.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, I think another thing that separates is that none of us, I guarantee you, none of us are looking to, and none of us are making a living off of this site. It's just not what we're here for. I mean, I have a full-time job. I coach people, and I sell promotional products to businesses and business forums and this and that. This is my passion. And, the cost is all going back to running the site. If we bring in, I'll be up front with everybody. I told the contributors I'll be up front, and I'll be up front with everybody here right now. And what we bring in is going back to fund the people that are doing this and giving the information and getting more people. And, that's essentially what it's all about. I just don't think you can get rich off this, and I think you can get rich off of it, but it would mean we would have to go against our mission statement and our own values and principles. So
yeah, I'm hoping you don't have to justify yourself too many times in that regard, Phil. I don't think you're charging enough as far as your own contribution and costs, etc., etc. But I mean that's not the issue. The three things I look for people: I look for their passion, I look for their purpose, and I look at their path. I look at their path in the past, and I look at their path for the future. Yeah. And if you don't see the passion, the purpose, and the path in people that you resonate with, then I say stay away from it.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing with you is that you do it with a passion, you do it for a passion, and I believe that you've met my criteria, and I believe that you will attract the same people in your contributors, and ultimately the same people in your readership, in your audience. But at the end of the day, we all have choices. We choose to drive different cars. We choose to do different things. And if people are drawn to being fed bullshit, I mean, that's their prerogative.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to judge that. I'm saying, listen, you've got an alternative now.
Yeah.
You can be selfily sold to and have your mind filled up with absolute crap, or you can get exposed to the material that will be on this site, produced by people who are genuine about what they do and why they do it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I would just say, this is this is going to be a time commitment for everyone involved, and normally we're professionals for a reason, because we have a profession before this. None of us are professional question answerers on the interweb, and I don't really know of any. So this is actually going to be time away from either family, sleep, food, the gym, or clients. So if we actually do quote unquote make something, everyone else's hourly, what they can charge in the gym, is probably going to be a little bit more than they dedicate to the site. So it's not an issue of money for anyone really involved. No one's going to really, I mean, if you look down at it, make any money from this. But we're going to be able to help inform a lot of people, and I think that's why everyone's really in this business. It's a people business more than anyone else. And if you can get out there and you can reach people, help people, I think that's more rewarding than $50 1 hour session or whatever the hell people are going to charge. So it's just getting information out there and helping people. So as far as money involved, it's more of a commitment than a monetary return.
Yeah, Jesse's
perfect, guess.
Yeah, Jesse's right. You won't find as many people probably as in love with their profession, I think, as we are. I think all of us are really, really into what we're doing, and we'll probably choose to be doing nothing else but this. And I think the members, people that join, will they'll sense that, and they'll get a feel for that.